Okay, right. So people, first of all, let's understand what this dashboard is all about, and we'll also see what is the difference between a dashboard and a reporting. Because most of the time, actually, people will get confused with what is dashboard, what is reports, and which tool to use. So what I have done is I've just got some slides here for you people, wherein I'll just try to explain to people what is a dashboard, what is the reports and things like that. If you want, I'll show you practically also. There are some dashboards which are created, the old dashboards. I'll show you so that you'll get an idea what is the report, what is a dashboard. Okay. First of all, let's understand what is a dashboard. Okay. Most of the time, I've seen people what they do is they'll just create some column chart, pie chart, or say they'll put one table, right? Or create one pivot table. That itself is a dashboard, is what people think. But let me tell you, dashboard is a visual interface, okay, which displays KPIs. What are KPIs? I'll explain. Also, I have more than 30 KPIs which I've listed down, which might be useful for any kind of domain. So that I'll be sharing it with you. You can keep it so that you can use that for creating more measures or dynamic reports. Okay. KPIs, trends in a summarized and interactive format. Keep in mind, dashboards will come in two things, static and dynamic. Always make sure that now current trend is we need dynamic dashboards. Okay. It is designed for a quick decision making and high level insights. So let me explain this. You know what happens? We'll have a huge data. Let me just show you about how the data will be. Just an example to show you people.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Could you please share your screen?
Yeah, I'll do that. I was about to do that only. It's just trying to do that. You're able to see the screen, people?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
I was about to share. Then okay. Let me open some raw data for you people. Right. Okay. So most commonly, I'll be using this data because it's a very common data, which is very easy, and we'll have all kind of metrics or say the datas. If you see here, the raw data will be something like this. I'll not explain about the data now. We'll learn about the data little later. So this is how the data will be. This one sample data what I have shown. Likewise, I have more than 300 set of data, which if anybody wants to work on the dashboards, I can share it with you. You can use it, right? In this one example I've taken, which has got almost all the metrics, all kind of KPIs we can create. So here I have this data. So this is how actually the data will be. Now, if this data is given to a client, or let's say I'll give it to you, it is very difficult to understand. The basic or say the simple thing is whenever I see any data, how actually or how easily I can make people understand by showing some visualizations. That is called as dashboard. Unnecessarily, you would have seen in most of the YouTubes and all, they'll give so many explanations. Let me make it very simple. This is a raw data. Converting this into a more easiest way of understanding. So it can be like I will, if you go here, let's say location. See, I have so many locations. Okay, I have so many locations. In this location, in this say state, which are the top five states which are doing very good sales? Top five states. Or say what is the summarized total sales, right? The KPIs, or the total profit, total number of customers. So if you are able to show something, and if the user is able to understand very easily, that is called as the dashboard. You watch IPL cricket match, you watch, so many sports. Just observe, instead of, giving ball to ball score, they'll give some graphs. Suddenly you can see there is a ground where you can see the score, or a batsman standing and you can see the number of balls, the visualization. So it will be very easy for us to understand. So likewise, the data what we have, it can be in the format of text, number, and date. They are trying to understand that and creating a visualization which is very easily understandable. That is called as dashboard. And why are we creating dashboard? Dashboards are created that the data, whatever is there, we are trying to tell some story. Because of the story, if there is any problems, any issues, or if there are any loss in the company or in the business, how I can actually handle it. How I can handle it. So that is called as the decision making. The decisions what you have to take. So if any visualizations, if any dashboards can do that, that will be a very good dashboard. Don't think that just I'll create some charts, align it properly and give it. No, they are not the dashboard. Right. Next. Now, most of the people are confused with what is a dashboard, what is the reports. Okay. A lot of difference are there for dashboard and reports. Okay. Right. So now let's understand what is a dashboard, what is a report. In a very simple thing. I told you today, I'll just give some information about the dashboards, the reports, the automations. But tomorrow we'll try to work on some examples. Right. Now, dashboard is always interactive and it will be like a real time. When I say real time, say for example, now someone is entering the data here. You would have seen ClickBuzz share markets, or more other reports and all. It will be like we keep getting refreshed each and every time, right? So each and every seconds, or say every 2 seconds, it will be getting refreshed. Now, when I say real time data, it doesn't mean that always it should be a live data. Don't get confused the live data and the real time data. Real time data means, say for example, today I got a bunch of data. Okay, the bunch of data. I'll try to input to my dashboard. So that has to give me the latest reports. Again and again, I should not go and keep on creating the say charts or tables or something. It should be like I'll create one template, just dump the data. It should give me the interactive reports automatically. But what are reports? They are static and detailed. Static means, say you would have seen some charts, right? Say reports are very small kind of things. Say it's a part of dashboard, right? So dashboard means it will have all the collections of drop downs, links, banners, collection of charts, then tables, maps. So many things will be available in a dashboard. But report is just one report. It can be a region report. It can be a product report. Just one report. That's all. Decision making. Say dashboard is a collection of so many reports. Based on that, I can do some decisions. But what are reports? Reports are nothing but you're just doing some analysis. Say, for example, one chart is there. In that, I have 49 states, and I'm just trying to see which are the top 5 states. Some analysis we are trying to say in 49 states, which state is actually doing the best production, or say which is giving me the best profit. So we're just trying to do some analysis. Next, sales overview dashboard, monthly sales report. Say, as I told you, say the dashboard is a very wide thing actually. A report means it's part of it. Say, for example, now I'll say monthly sales report, just one part of it. But if you see overall sales overview, it can be monthly reports, or it can be yearly reports, half yearly reports. So depending on my drop downs and select, I can change that to any kind of things. Okay, so that is called as the dashboard and reports. So you'll try to understand, say, in the coming classes, you'll be understanding about more practically what this dashboards and reports are. To make it more, explainable, let me just open one dashboard also for you. I will just open one dashboard so that you can understand. Just open one dashboard. It's a very old dashboard. Let it get open meanwhile. I'll just try to. Okay. So as I told you, tomorrow I'll try to teach you about end-to-end the projects in Excel as well as in Power BI. So we can learn about how we can create dashboards. Okay. Then reporting principles, automation techniques, and we'll also see how we can use Excel, Power BI, and things like that. Okay. So that's it. All right. People, 1 minute because it's opening, it's becoming slow. Let it get opened. It's taking some time, so let it get open. People, 1 minute. I'm just opening one more file. Just a minute. Okay. Let it open. It'll take some time. Okay. All right. So people, we just understood about what is dashboard, and you also saw that what all tools can be used. That is Excel, Power BI, and Tableau. I'll practically show you how actually you can work. But I told you tomorrow we'll take a data and we'll work on that. Okay. Right. Right. Next, whenever you are creating a dashboard, you have to plan. So what is planning? Planning is very, very. So if you're not planning your dashboard, I'll tell you, once you start, you'll not know what kind of reports you have to create. Now I showed you a set of data here. It's a very simple data actually, wherein I'll be commonly using in all my trainings so that it is easy for me to explain. And also people can easily create from basic to advanced dashboards. When I'm actually using this kind of data, first of all, I should check whether the data is actually matching. They're all getting connected with all the tables. Everything you have to check. After that, only you have to start creating the dashboards. The data cleaning part, everything has to be taken care. So in this complete course, I'll be teaching about not just only data cleaning, about data modeling, and also how actually you can handle the missing data, or say suppose if you think that there are some columns which are missing, what we should do, and how actually we can choose the colors. So many things are there. Dashboards are not just creating only charts, right? So planning is very important. Now, what all we can plan? First thing is you have to check the data. If everything is fine, the data is clean, everything is getting connected. So after that, we will have to see who is the target audience. This is main thing. So depending on that, you have to plan. Say I'm creating a dashboard for people who are into say banking. We are actually creating a dashboard into sales, or we are actually creating a dashboard into people who actually sell the products, or say the dashboard for some colleges. So there are so many various different ways where we can actually try to, create the dashboards. So first of all, we should understand who is our audience, who is our client. Based on that only, we'll have to plan. Why? Because as I told you, when I understand the audience, then I can decide the template. Let's say I'm creating a dashboard for sales. So we'll always think about how the sales should be, what all parameters should be, what all columns should be. There are sometimes so the sales people will not be so very technically sound. So what we have to do, how the flow has to be, everything has to be taken care of. Imagine that we're actually doing some projects for colleges or say for schools. Then we have to think about, adding more, say, colorful things so that it will match with that kind of clients, right? So planning is very important. What decision should be taken, say, by using this dashboard? Dashboard, I told you, it shouldn't be just report creation. When I create that dashboard, we should be able to tell some story. That story should be very easy to understand. And that story, see, you would have seen in schools or sometimes when we actually hear a story, we try to understand that story, and there will be some moral in that, right? There will be something. Say story should always be something like we learned something from that, or there is a message from that. Similarly, dashboards. When I'm actually telling the story, it should be something like we are trying to understand what's happening within that story, and also we have to make sure that we try to understand what insights, what information can be taken from that, and what suggestions we can give from that particular dashboard. Okay, all right. How frequently the data is getting updated? This is also very, as I told you, when it's a planning, say for example, there are some weekly reports what we generate, weekly reports. There are some monthly reports what we generate. Sometimes it will be like yearly reports what we generate. So keeping this in mind, we have to develop our dashboards. So sometimes what happens, I want to do the weekly updates. I'll go and I'll try to, say, give the drop downs as weekly, monthly, half yearly, or say yearly, those kind of things. Quarterly reports. So how the data is getting updated frequently. Okay. Right. So what are the critical KPIs? What are KPIs? Key performance indicators. So I'll show you what are KPIs practically. And I've made a list of KPIs, which I'll be sharing it with you. You can use it for your purpose. Okay. All right. Okay. Next, understanding the audience. So I mentioned here, right? Who is the target audience? So sometimes you're actually creating some dashboards only for the top management, say CEO, VP, these kind of people. They're not bothered about detailed information. They'll always think about only the summarized reports. They want to know what is the sales, what is the profit, what is the loss. That's all. They'll not think about detailed information, whether it's in a column chart, bar chart, or something. Whatever information is there, only that they'll check. So for them, you have to create a dashboard, say only summarized KPIs or trends. Trends are what? Trend means, say, from January to December, how the sales flow is, right? The next, managers. Say, when I say managers, again, we have to go depending on their requirements. Say, they'll have different departments. Under them, there'll be some, subordinates. In sales reports, I'm telling. Suppose if it's like, any other reports, so we have to plan accordingly. Okay, right. Analyst, say deeper end metrics report, say we'll have all the filters. So the hierarchy, so we have to plan accordingly. Objective based designs. Align your dashboard with the business goals. For example, most commonly the sales people actually will have this dashboard because they need more information. Okay. Sales dashboard might track, say, what all things we can track, say revenue, target achievement, region wise sales. Let me show you the example. I think it should be open. See, all right. So this is my dashboard. All right, let me minimize all this. To just observe this, this dashboard, if you see here, I have, these are called as reports, this one. All these are reports. This is a trend. January, February, March, you can go here. You can scroll like this. Okay. Now here, let's say I'll go to this region. See, I will select center. See, everywhere the data will get filtered to center. Right. Let's go here. Say category. Let's say I want only furniture. See. So the entire thing is called as dashboard. It is telling some story about all the metrics, all the reports, all the details, everything. Okay. See here, these are called as the metrics. The summarized report, the sales. What you see here, this is nothing but the selection what we have. Say select all. See. Now let's go here category. I'll say I'll select all the see. That's true. So this way we can actually try to create the dashboard. Now here you can see the buttons. See, these are all the buttons. Let's say I want to give more, insightful information. Say I have the photos. Let's go here. See, I'll just select technology. See, I'll get the technology. Let me select office supplies. See, so likewise, we can actually try to create dashboards. If you want multiple pages, you can go and you can keep on adding the pages and you can navigate between the pages. Okay. Next. Right. Now, which tool to use? The problem with many people is they'll get confused. Sir, I want to do the project in Tableau. Sir, I want to do the project in Power BI or Excel. First of all, you know, it's always the client who decides. When client says, no, we want the dashboard in Excel only, then you have to plan according to Excel. What if the client will say, no, I want in Power BI? They have to think about Power BI. But sometimes the client will say that, no, we want you only to decide whichever dashboard it is, we are least bothered. But for us, the output is important. The dashboard is important. Then you can take a decision. So all this comes under the planning, the discussion, the kickoff meeting, so many things are there. Now here, if you just see, I'm just trying to compare between all the three tools, Excel, Power BI, and Tableau. Most of the times we find Excel is very comfortable. Why? Because it's more flexible. And we already have worked on many times, right? Let's see. Ease of use. Excel, it is a familiar tool. Most of the people will use this because even if you are not so experienced, you know Excel, somehow you can manage to write. Power BI and Tableau, it is easy, but a lot of things has to be maintained. So you should understand that you have to work on that. You have to learn a lot of things. A lot of options are available. Visuals. If you just see in Excel, we don't have too very advanced, visuals. But if you see in Power BI, we have very good visuals. But in Tableau, we have more advanced visuals. More advanced visuals are there. But they are a little complex to create because we need to understand the data, alignment of the data. Okay, right. Next, automation. With formulas and macros, we can easily automate. If you know VBA, we can easily do that. The next, in Power BI, if you think you want to do automation, we cannot directly do, say, Power Queries are used, but they are used for data cleaning part of it. But we have something called as, say, gateways. Okay, built-in gateways where it will help us in scheduling the data. Okay, next, live connections possible. Means there is an option here where I can connect live. In Power BI, though we connect live, it will not get refreshed automatically. So we need to have gateways. But in Tableau, it's not like that. There are options which will automatically give me the latest, the live connections. Okay. So if you see, each and every tool will have its own advantage and disadvantage. Okay. Best use case, ad hoc report. What is ad hoc report? Ad hoc report means immediately. Suddenly there is one requirement coming. If you want to create that immediately and send, we can use Excel. But if you think I want to create a very large, based dashboards, we can go for Power BI because it is more easy to create and also it is online. A lot of options are available. But if you see Tableau, we can go for visual storytelling. That means all the three dashboards, all the three tools also can give visual storytelling. But in Tableau, we have a separate section for story itself, not like Excel and Power BI. There's a option that is story itself. Okay, right. So Excel dashboards, if you think that I have simple KPIs and charts, we can use it. And if you think Power BI, say filters and dynamic visualizations and story-driven visualization, but in storytelling, Tableau is more easy because if you see Tableau, we have sheets to create reports, dashboard to create dashboards, and stories to create the stories based on dashboards and the reports. Okay, right. Dashboard layout. Can I say this here? Here the dashboard layout. The dashboard layout is very important. Okay, let me tell you, people. A lot of people actually will find it very difficult to create the layouts. Okay, right. So people online, how many of you are actually from the designing background? How many of you are from the designing background? Any of you? No one? Okay, don't worry. Let me just show you something. If you are from a designing background, it is fine. If not, let me tell you, you don't have to be a good designer for designing your dashboard. If you see here, okay, these kind of designs, you can do it the more easiest way. Previously, we used to do this in Power BI, so the PowerPoint, and then we used to, convert that into image and then import it. But now you don't have to bother. Everything is ready made. Say everything is readily available. I have something called as Canva. Most of the people have already, got the free subscription of the Canva from myself. If anybody is still not enabled it, please let me know. Give your email ID in my WhatsApp. I will give you the free version of, say, the complete pro version for free. Okay. Now we have so many options. People, you can create like the sheets, the Excel sheets kind of things you can create. Then documentation you can create. So a lot of things are there. Okay, so you can create. But otherwise, if you still, this is something where we have the new updates in, say, Canva. But suppose if you think I want to create a dashboard with all the designs and things like that, only designs if you want, just go here and start searching, say, dashboard. Okay, see, there's a dashboard. Here I have a dashboard. Here I have a dashboard. See, there are so many designs here. Depending on your requirement, you can go, you can open that and create the dashboard. See. So many hundreds and thousands of dashboards are there. You don't have to be a designer. See, let me just open one of them. Something very nice. We'll just try to open. Okay, let me open this. Or let's say this. See? Okay. So people, let me tell you, if it is a free version of Canva, you will not get all this. If you go and click on this, customize this template, lasts for money. As I told you, if people want, I can give you the complete free version. You can go here, just click on this. Okay, see, I'll get something like this. Right? So you can create the reports exactly like this. You can take this into your Power BI, then you can work. I'll show you tomorrow. Practically, we'll work on this. Today, I'm just giving you some inputs for how to start working on the dashboards. This is just a generic way. So there are so many people who have come for demo. So after that, people are continuing. So we'll start with Excel. We'll try to understand the data cleaning. So there are so many things. Step by step, we'll go. Okay. All right. Next. So we understood. So These are all the layouts for designing. We can take, you know, so many dashboards. You can see that, see, so many dashboards here. See, this is another one with buttons. See, okay. Likewise, you can actually create the layouts. Let's go back. Dashboard layout. The layout components. It is very important. What is that? Say header, title, date, and filters. Let's go to this dashboard. See, this is the header. Okay. You can see that the logo is here. All the KPIs are here. If you think you want to have a project title, you can have your project title here if you want. Right? All the charts. For charts, there are some headers. Go and check this. KPIs. Highlight key numbers. These are the key highlight number, that is KPIs. These are all the KPIs. Next, trends. Trends are nothing but the flow. See, is a trend. Usually in sales, we try to check from January to December how the trend is actually flowing. What is the kind of business we have done, right? Drill downs. Say region, product details. Say, for example, now let's say I'll go here, I'll click on this. I selected this. Can you see that? They're all getting filtered. Let me select here. Yeah. Right. Next, design principles. The fonts. Fonts are very important. It should be readable. Usually, what I do is I'll try to use, Arial, Verdana, these kind of things. You can also use this Calibri because these are all common, fonts available everywhere. Usually, you can use Arial. If you go and check this, see, I use, most of the times Arial only. See, Arial. Okay. Why? Because Arial is a common font which is easy to read and also available in all the applications. All the applications it will be available. Okay, that is very important. Next, stick to your color palettes. Say don't go with too many colors. If I just see my dashboard, see it is a shade of kind of dark pinkish or say purple color. Now, if you still think that you want to work on this color scheme, go to this view and here I have this themes. We'll work on these themes also. Okay. So you have these themes, you'll be applying these themes. This is very important because I've seen people, they just use all different colors. Never do that. The colors also should be matching with your client, his website. Everything should match. The logo colors, everything should match. That is very important. Okay. Right. Use white space for clarity. Say white space are nothing but this one. Say, some spaces will give. Sometimes, what happens here, we have some reports. We need to give some space here so that, it will not be confused. Some people actually they'll dump everything. They feel that there is no space here. They'll start adjusting here and there, making the reports cluttered. Cluttered in the sense, complete congested, which will be very difficult to understand. Okay. All right. Highlight important data with contrast. Sometimes, what happens. Um, Let me just check in this camera. Can you see this? Here, this is highlighted. Say in this report, this is highlighted, right? Why do we highlight? Because that is very important for me. Or the higher management want to just focus on that. Usually, what happens? The profit is what always the companies see, right? Or how much of sales has been happened. So that is what they always see. That has to be highlighted. So whichever metrics, whichever KPIs you think you want to highlight, you can highlight. Okay. All right. Next. Examples of good and bad dashboards. Good should be minimal, consistent, and clear. Minimal. Minimal means say don't create too many charts, don't create too many reports. Should be very simple so that you can understand the entire story. Okay, consistent. The colors, the fonts, the report, the size, it should be consistent and clear. It should be very clear to understand. Also, the font should not be like design fonts, should not be more clear to understand. Okay. Next, suppose if you think you're creating too many charts, cluttered, multiple fonts which are not matching to each other, and too many visuals, which will spoil your dashboard. Okay, right, right. People online, any questions? I know it's completely theory today. I mean, I'm just trying to explain to people. So tomorrow we'll work on some, dashboards or something. So, any questions till now? If you don't have any questions, you can say no, no problem. I'll proceed.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. But you guys are getting some information how actually we should start the projects, the dashboards, what all things you'll have to first take care. Yeah. So, all right. So people, next is after all this, the colors, the fonts, the layouts, and everything, then comes the reports, the report generation, the reporting techniques, the chart selection. Okay. What kind of charts we have to create? I have shared one book actually, which I have collected everything and I've added what kind of charts has to be used for what kind of reports. Just to give a glance, bar chart, suppose if you think I have some comparison, we can use bar chart. Line chart, that is trends from one duration to another duration. Then pie chart, if you think I'm trying to compare something with the percentages, proportions, then you can use pie chart. Heat map, highlight intensity, that is sales, just want to check the sales, how it is happening from one region to another region. So it will be like from dark color to light color is what usually we take. That is called as heat maps. Real life examples, region wise sales report. See, this is region, say, region wise data is not, I mean, that report is not there, but say segment. Okay. Segment wise sales report. Subcategory, ship mode, sales report. That is you're using column chart or bar chart. Next, suppose say monthly trend. I want to have line chart. See here, top products, top 5 products. Usually what we do when I say top 5 products, we use column chart. Target achievement. Say we have something called as gauge chart, which will help me in target actuals. Okay. And what is the target I've reached? What is the say actual values I was supposed to do? So all these things, if you think you want to maintain in a chart, then you can use these kind of charts. Okay, right. The common mistakes in dashboards. People do a lot of mistakes. Okay, and then there are some common things what you have to think about. Say cluttered visuals. Excuse me. If you go here, imagine I'm creating so many charts in one sheet. Some people actually reduce it to very small charts. It will not at all give any meaning. It not give you any, say reports or say insights. Nothing you can get because it's so congested. Irrelevant KPIs. Imagine here are given some KPIs, and so just because I want to add the KPIs, some people will go and add simply whatever they feel, summarize, which is not at all required. So those kind of things we should avoid. We should not use KPIs unnecessarily. No visual hierarchy. Region, then state, and then city. That's how the hierarchy should be. If you think that, okay, now let me just directly go and create the city reports, we'll create the city reports. But how will you filter them? I can have to filter based on state. The state has to be filtered by region, right? So likewise, the hierarchy should be there. No filters. User can't interact with the data. If you're not giving filters, will not be more dynamic. Or use of colors. This is very important. Why? Because some people actually they'll keep on adding colors. Different colors thinking that it will be good looking. No, don't look good. Okay, right. Next. So this project, what I was telling, this will be working tomorrow. Complete the project. I'll make you people understand and work in Excel and in Power BI. Both will do so that people can easily understand how actually we are planning for creating the reports. Okay. So after that, so tomorrow, since there are some people who wants to learn about dashboards and things like that, for demo, so we'll continue with one simple project. But again, students who are continuing, my students who are there, for them, I'll be teaching you right from studying of the data to cleaning of the data to create Excel dashboards and then go for Power BI dashboards and then Tableau dashboards. So likewise, it actually split them. And meanwhile, I'll also be teaching you how to automate the process. That is very important. In Excel itself, we can do the automations. A lot of techniques are there that we'll try to work on. Okay, so this I'll keep it for tomorrow. And I was talking about the KPIs, key performance. So here, what I've done, I have an Excel file. Okay, an Excel file. Let me go here and we'll say dashboard. Let it get open. Okay, see the KPI to say these are all the KPIs actually. These are the formulas. Okay, say total revenue and all these things are there. These are all the KPIs. If anybody needs, let me know. I'll give it to you. This is with the formulas. Okay. Now here we just see the KPIs, total sales and revenue, then sales growth, okay, average order value, sales target achievement. So here I given the formula also. So this will actually give me more easy to understand and create the KPIs. Okay. So likewise, I have put this into one Excel file so that it will be easy for you to navigate and say filter and then check. Otherwise, if it's in a Word file like this, it becomes difficult to search. Then I can go and filter it, right? So that you can actually do. So, okay. All right. So people, I will stop here. Now we still have time. I'll ask you a few questions because today, as I told you, it was just to understand because before we start doing anything, you have to first understand what actually we are doing. If not, then after we start the dashboard, people should not get surprised. People do not think that I am teaching you Excel, Power BI, or Tableau. I'm not teaching you Excel, Power BI, Tableau. Don't say that, sir, you are very fast, sir, I'm not able to understand this topic. No, because I told you this is not a classroom training. It is something where you people have to learn. That is dashboards, creating the dashboards. What are things you have to take care when creating the dashboards? Okay, so those things I've just made a content and then I will teach. Okay, right. People online, anything to tell, any doubts, you can unmute your mic and then you can speak.
Sir, can you share the this recording as well as the any PPT dashboards are there.
Yeah.
Can you please share the recordings as well as any PPT are there for the
Yeah, yeah,
dashboard?
we'll do that. And so all this will be shared in our community channels, okay? So I
Sure, sir.
cannot keep, yeah. If anybody is not there in the community channel, so please get added in the community channel. How many are not there in the community channels?
Already I'm there, sir, in the
Okay,
community.
if anybody is not there, let me know. Okay, so this is the channel link I've sent in the chat box. Please, people check in the chat box. I have given the Telegram community link. Please get added. I'll put all the videos, files. Okay. All right. So this is our community channel. So please get added here. I'll put the video, the PDFs, whatever I mentioned, the KPIs and everything. And also people, I have one book actually that is 100 tips and tricks to work on dashboard. Okay. So that I'll be sharing it with all of you who are attending on tomorrow's class. I will give you that. You can keep it with you. All simple things, whatever you should do and should not do. Okay. So everything I've listed down and then you can use it for your dashboard purpose. It's very useful. Actually. Okay, people.
Sure, sir.
Okay. How was the session? Just I'll take 1 minute of yours. How was the session? Just 1 minute. I know it was very short, but still.
The session, it was very useful, sir, for the reporting purpose as well as for the Power BI and automation as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, tomorrow we need to join for the same link or any new
Same
new
link,
link.
same link. I'll not change the link. You can use the same link. All of you.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right, people, all of you. Take care. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, same time. But tomorrow we'll have practicals. Okay, I'll show all the kind of dashboards, KPIs, what all things have to take care. Everything I'll show you. Okay.
Sure,
Bye,
sir.
people. Bye bye.
अभ्यास चाललाय लेक्चर करते मी